Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Foca-Rodi. I'm vocal music teacher at University Middle School. I've been teaching in Irvington for the last um, 15 years, and majority of the time at the high school, and now at University Middle School for the last 5 years. Let's start first and foremost with our syllabus. So I'll be presenting that, and we'll talk about what we will try and do this school year um, in regards to the situation we have at hand. It's a little complicated, being that this is a performance-based class. It makes it a little bit even more complicated, but we will still try and have video recordings of the students singing and me at the piano, and we will do the best we can with the situation at hand until we get back to school. And hopefully, we will try and have a spring concert if we get back in time, where we can rehearse together. And if the situation gets better with this coronavirus, and we could all get into the auditorium, we will try and all get together and hopefully have a festive moment and kick off the spring with a concert with all of us back in a normal routine. But until then, we have to do the best we can with the situation at hand, like I said, and we will get through it. And I have a couple of ideas for us to do that. But we will learn some basic general music, some history of music, and I'll present that to you right now and show you the syllabus. Now, first and foremost, we have the syllabus over here, which is our vocal music syllabus. And as you can see over here, we're focusing on music theory. But like I said, um, we will do music theory. We will do also history of music. We'll talk a little bit about jazz and classical music. And we will also perform. We will have the kids singing into a microphone at home, videotaping themselves, and then putting it up online, and we'll get to critique ourselves and hopefully have a collage and have a little concert together. There's plenty of YouTube videos out there that show kids at home or even professional musicians at home where they all sing a song from their own house, but it comes together in a nice video where we have all their faces on the screen and we all are doing something. Um, we're doing a concert, basically. That's the situation. Anyway, the course objectives, as you can see here, I'll leave them up. And again, this deals with theory of music. Ultimately, we'll learn basic music notation. We'll talk about the treble clef. We'll discuss the bass clef, how to count music, how to identify different pitches, and also we'll do something called solfege, where the children have to sing different intervals of music, which will work on their ear and how they hear music, and ultimately will benefit them when they're performing. Moving on, I want to leave you my information, my contact info, because this is an important thing that both my wife and I actually have children in school, and we stay in touch with their teachers too. And with the situation again that we have, it is very important to get in touch with me whenever you have a concern. And I will leave you my email over here, which is afocarodi at irvington.k12.nj.us. Again, afocarodi at irvington.k12.nj.us. You can email me anytime you want, and I will get back to you. Just let me know who you are the parent of and contact information. If you want me to call you back, I'll do that also. And I will leave you my cell phone number. And again, this is my personal cell phone number where you can call or text me. My office hours are between 2:15 to 2:51 every single day. So if you need to get in touch with me and you want to call me during that time, please do so. If I don't pick up the phone, leave your name, Tell me you're the guardian or the parent of which child. Leave your name's child, your child's name, and I will get back to you. If you text me, do the same thing. Remember though, I don't have your phone number, so when you're calling me, a number that I don't recognize is coming up. Therefore, it's very important to say who you are, because most of the time, if it's a spam phone call, I won't pick it up. So as long as it's between 2:15 and 2:51, I know that it's probably a parent of a student. But again, at the same time, I do need you to leave your name and the student that you're talking about, or you're referencing to. Again, my name is Mr. Foca-Rodi. That's my email, and that's my cell phone number. Going back. So I need to emphasize the idea that even though we are at home, it's a music class. It's a vocal music class. And in a vocal music class, it's not so much about singing. What the children learn here is about confidence. How do they stand? How they present themselves? Um, Hopefully, they say, well, I understand not everybody's going to be the next Whitney Houston. We all get that. But that's not what we're trying to do over here. We're trying to build some confidence for their future, for how they present themselves, how they speak to other people, how they look in front of a job interview. And it's the beginning stages of adulthood, you know? So that's what we're trying to do over here. So, yes, we will be performing. Children will need to find a room in their house, and they will have to sing, and they will have to videotape themselves. We'll put it online. We will all share what we've done at our homes together. And the biggest thing is to make it look like a classroom. That's what we're trying to do right now. We're all at home, but we want our video cameras on. We want to be able to see each other. That's something that I hope you stress for your children, not only for this class, but for all classes. They need to show their faces when they're in class. They need to have their mics on when they're in class. When they're asked a question, they shouldn't be chatting, because there's a little box on Google Classroom where kids can send a chat instead of answering the questions with through the microphone, and that's kind of like a text, and we're not interested in that. We don't do that in classroom. In classroom, when you're called on to answer, you answer. You don't text me the answer. So little things like that. Attendance, very, 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 very important. Classes are only 30 minutes long, besides period 4, 5, and 6, which is lunch periods. They have an extra 10 minutes. But in general, the classes are only 30 minutes long. So if a student shows up 5 or 10 minutes late to a class, you almost lost the entire class. So very, very important to get to class on time, to take attendance, because everything is going to be compacted in. We don't have too much time, and we have to get through a lot of things. I don't want to stay. If a student missed the first 10 minutes of class, if I have to go back and review those last 10 minutes, we wasted it. Basically, the class is finished. So there's a lot of information that we're trying to do within a short period of time, which we will do if everybody's there and everybody's engaged and everybody's participating. But the biggest thing is everybody's there. So please make sure you look over the schedules. Make sure you look over their timetables for all their classes, and make sure they get there on time, because 1 minute late is even too much when there's a 30-minute class. But in general, this is going to be a fun class. I'm very fair with the grading. I want the children to enjoy it. I want the children to build some confidence moving forward. They might be a little bit nervous. I get it, singing or putting up a video themselves for other classmates to see. But that's part of the ordeal. They're nervous at first, but then they're going to watch another video of another student who has to do the exact same thing. And ultimately, it's a fun class. They'll get something out of it. Remember, music, and just because it's an elective, music still, there's a lot of mathematics in music. There's a lot of English in music. There's a lot of history in music. When we talk about composers, it's not just the composer and their history, it's about what happened during that era. So there's a lot of other subjects that all come together into music. And remember also, this is another language we're learning. It's a universal language, but it's like learning Spanish. It's like learning English. It's like learning Japanese. It's like learning another language. And that's what we're going to try and do. And I just want you to have confidence in me, have confidence your children, and believe that they will have a good school year. We'll do the best we can, and we will all get through it. I'm sure of that, and I'm almost positive that this spring we will all be in the auditorium celebrating, hopefully, a vaccine and moving forward away from this situation that hit us all very hard. Really, the whole world, not just the United States, the entire world. So, in the meantime, encourage your kids to sing, encourage your kids to participate, and to be there. And we will have a fun school year. It will be a good school. It'll be different. It'll be something to remember, but we will all get through it. And life goes on, and everything will be back to normal very soon. Again, get in touch with me between 2:15 and 2:51. My information, you had it before, and let's try and get through this the best we can. Okay, looking forward to talking to you. Take care. Bye bye.